Hey Internet, I'm the Cow Says Moo, and you're watching the first adventures of Dr. Moo episode 16, a Let's Play Minecraft 1.2.5 with a whole bunch of mods installed. As you can see, I'm still kind of hanging out here in my buildcraft room. I've let it process a bit, got a little bit of fuel, and let this laser fab work away. I've got several different gates here now, and I think what I want to do is just automate this room so I don't have to keep an eye on it. Since it's over here in my sorter area, which I also don't really have to come back to very much once I get the basement finished, of course. So I just want to keep mostly everything here automated. So I'm going to automate this refinery and also automate the refueling of these engines here. To automate the refinery, I'm going to obviously need some sort of a power cutoff, so I'll need a power switch pipe. And then I'm going to need something to be able to talk to these two tanks and the power switch pipe. So I'm going to need some sort of a structure pipe, and added with one of the mods, I don't remember exactly which one it's added with, is this cobblestone structure pipe. It might be just a general buildcraft one, I'm not entirely sure. And what it does is it looks like a pipe and functions more or less like a pipe, but you're not able to move any type of object through it. No electricity, no liquids, and no objects. It's just a structural pipe. So we'll go ahead and make up a couple of those. I just went and grabbed 4, so should be good to go there. And to make that power switch pipe, I'm going to need a golden conductive pipe, and since I'll be automating this, I'll just take this lever and turn that into a power switch pipe. There we go. Cool. Then I'm going to need a few gates, and as I said, I've got some of them here. I'm going to need, let's see, probably a gold gate of some sort for one side, and I don't think it matters what. An iron for the other, and a gold and. So we'll go like that. I think that'll probably do it. We'll see. They're right there, if not. So what I'm going to want to do is, basically for this refinery, the different states that I want to be checking is, first off, I want to see that there's oil in this tank. If there's not oil in this tank, I don't want the refinery running, obviously. And if there's not room in the fuel tanks, I don't need more fuel, so I don't want the refinery running. So we will set up a couple structure pipes here, connecting these two things to a power switch pipe. Oh, looks like I added 3. Oh, damn it, whatever. And then we'll put that power switch pipe right there. I forgot I was going to be replacing that. Is that going to work? Yeah, I think that should work. Then let's get out our gates. And I don't remember, have I shown you any gates in this one? I might not have. Gates are kind of interesting. They're if-then statements, basically. They're kind of, if certain situations happen, then you tell it what kind of trigger to do. But we'll just kind of walk through it here. The power switch pipe itself is going to need an AND gate, because I want to check to see if this is true and if this is true. One of these is going to need a gold gate, because iron gates are only capable of using red wire, and AND gates are capable of, or gold gates are capable of using red or blue. Yeah, so we'll do it like that. And we'll get our red and blue wires. And this one's the iron one, so we'll hook up some red pipe cable to it. Something like that. And this one's the blue one, so we'll hook up blue like that. And then we'll right click this gate here, and I'll show you the meat and potatoes of these gates. So this iron gate, what you can do is you can check to see different states. Actually, do I want it down here? I probably don't. Because it was down there at the bottom, I think it may have been checking on some of the states of the refinery, and I don't want that to happen. I only want to check the states of these tanks. So maybe I will put it like this instead. We'll look at it again here. Alright, so I've got, it can check to see if the red pipe signal, the red pipe is this little wire here that I connected to it, is on. I can check if it's off. excuse me, and then I can check the state of this tank over here, whether it's empty, there's liquid in it, there's room for liquid in it so it's not quite full, or if it's full. I can check to see if there's a red zone signal, on or off. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that there is at least some liquid in this tank. If there's any oil in this tank, that's good enough. Oops, and I didn't mean to left click that, I meant to right click it. I'm sorry. Give me just a second here. Then we'll put that red pipe wire back. That'll connect to the power switch pipe, and then we'll put our gate back. There we go. And now right click. So I just want to see if there's liquid in this tank. And if there is, then give me a red pipe signal. So now that red pipe is glowing. It's turned on. On this side, I want to see if there is space for liquid. Basically that this tank isn't 100% full, which it isn't at the moment, so it'll trigger my blue signal. And then for this middle one, I want to see if there's a red pipe signal and if there's a blue pipe signal, because I need both of them to be true, and that's why I'm using an AND gate rather than an OR gate. And if they are both true, then I want there to be, oh, switch on pipe. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Switch on pipe. They changed it. There we go. So if there is both a red pipe signal, meaning that there is at least some oil in these tanks, and there's a blue pipe signal, meaning there's at least some space in these tanks, then to turn on the power pipe. And since both of those are true, the power pipe came on and my refinery is running. When this fuel tank fills up, or this oil tank empties completely, one of these two pipes is going to go off, and then the AND condition won't be met, and the power will go off. So I never have to keep tabs on this refinery. It'll only run when there's actually legitimate work to be done, creating more fuel. So that's beautiful. And then what I want for these guys is, first off, I want to decide, let's see, my sorry, I'm thinking here. My lasers aren't running anymore. They're done. So I'm going to turn off one of these banks of engines. And it looks like I turned off the lower bank of engines. So I'm going to say that I'm going to leave my upper bank of engines pretty much running all the time to power the refinery, and I'll eventually throw in a couple other things here and there using some power teleport pipes up here that will be running off of these engines. So that upper bank is going to be running all the time. So it's going to be burning through fuel all the time. So what I want to do is, because of the way Minecraft thermodynamics works, I want to check to see if this last engine up on the top has fuel in it. And if it needs fuel, then I want to turn on this pipe so fuel is running down these pipes and it'll fill up. So I'm going to put another gate there on that fuel. I think I'm going to need a gold pipe. And I haven't shown you this part of it yet. I'm going to also need a bucket. Do I have a bucket? I do have a bucket. Perfect. Because what I'm going to be doing here, let's just go ahead and throw my throw a gate up there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's get the gold gate. And right click on the gate. And what it can do is it can check to see if the pipe's empty, which is awesome. It can check to see if there's liquid traversing. I actually don't think I want an OR gate. I think I'm going to put an AND gate there and do something different. Well, different from what I was thinking. Let's get an AND gate instead. Alright, now I'll talk you through it again. Pipe's empty. There's liquid traversing through the pipe. engines at blue conditions, so you can actually test the state of the engine and do auto shutoffs, which is pretty useful if you're having chunk loader type problems and your engines aren't staying cool. So you can check the different engines. You can check to see if a tank is empty, but the problem I was implying there that I needed to get my bucket for is that there are 2 tanks in this combustion engine. So I need to check the fuel tank for what I'm doing rather than the water tank, because I'm trying to automate the fuel process. So I needed a gold gate because it has this extra column here, and let's grab an iron gate and I'll show you that the iron gate does not have that. Iron and gate. Put that up on this one and show you. The iron and gate doesn't have that extra condition. You have to go up to the gold gates before you get that condition. So what I'm going to do then is check to see if there's fuel in the tank, and to do that I'm going to need a bucket with some fuel in it. So I'll grab that and we'll come up here and say if there is space in the tank for fuel and the pipe is empty, then let's get out my red pipe wire and run it. We'll run it down to this one here and hook up my gate there. If those are both met, then emit a red pipe signal. And the reason I did the second part, which is the pipe is empty, if the pipe is already full, if there's already fuel in this pipe that can go into the engine, or even if it's, you know, just a trickle, I don't necessarily need more fuel to come out. I just want it to come out if there's no fuel in the pipe to be able to go into the engine. Otherwise my pipes are going to be full all the time, and while these are running they're going to be trying to stick a whole bucket worth of fuel into an engine that's only used a little tiny smidgen of fuel, and I'll be wasting little bits of fuel. This way it'll only try to pump fuel into it a whole bucket at a time, basically. Less chance of there actually wasting fuel. Then I'm going to come down here and tell this one that if it's getting a red pipe signal, which it is at the moment, to turn on and open up that valve. I guess we need to emit a redstone signal to pump a little bit of fuel into the pipe. Perfect. And there we go. As you can see, it's automatically filling up, so that's beautiful. Beautiful! So now I've got both of my refinery and my fuel supply automated. I don't have to worry about either one of them anymore. I do have 2 banks of engines, one to switch on when I've got extra fuel needs, like when I'm running this laser for the most part. And the other one will be running all the time, creating a little bit of energy, both for the refinery and for anything else I hook up here to teleport power pipes. Like I'll probably have carpenter and stuff down in the basement here that I'll hook up to them. But that looks like that's good to go, I guess. So I'll show you what I've been working on in a little bit of downtime here. Because I've been playing around with a couple different things, mostly cosmetic, but since I came through the teleport, I'll show you this first. I've been continuing working on this fossils and archaeology lab. Put in a couple more analyzers, and I think I let them run a little bit, but I probably pulled stuff out. Oh, there we go. I do have some here. Just a little bit of stuff. Nothing too fancy, it looks like. Got a bunch of broken ancient swords now, which is not uncommon. They're relatively common tools, so... And then I set up a couple of these cultivation vats. If you watched my previous Let's Play series at all, you know that there's a good chance that these break when they're trying to create dinosaur eggs from DNA. So I sunk them into the ground a little bit so that when they break and the water starts flowing out of them, it'll just flow down here rather than potentially damaging anything in the room. And I also put up a bunch of these, what are those called? Stone tablets. Just a little artwork. And like in the last Let's Play, I really liked the chalkboard for some reason, so I put a nice chalkboard in here so I could do my calculations. And created a nice little desk over here. It's a, did I end up going with iron or tin? I think I ended up going with iron desk. Lit up my little alcove to show off my fossil. And that's about it down here for right now. I haven't started actually working on any eggs yet because I don't have very much food. So one of the things I'm going to be doing, actually probably for the rest of this episode, it depends on how long it takes, but I'm guessing it might take a while, is creating an automated farm where I can get some food for these culture vats and then also to feed carnivorous dinosaurs once I get them. So we'll be working on that in a bit. I think let's... oh, I also did the kitchen up here. I kind of forgot about that. Worked on the kitchen. I've got a nice little table with some chairs, and somebody left these chairs untidy. They're not in a perfect row. Looks pretty good, though, I think. A little light hanging down from the ceiling here, and my pantry. Got my pantry here. Marble countertops, of course. A little stove, iron stove. I've got only stainless steel appliances. Some shelving up here with goods, dried goods and fruits and things like that. My little refrigerator, you can push the button. And of course the cake that I got from that dungeon chest, I went ahead and put it in here on the counter so I can nibble at it whenever I feel like it. Turned out pretty good, I think. Nice little potted plant here. Kind of to block off this ladder that I've got back here and separate the area just a little bit. Starting to do a little decoration in the house. I think I'll probably do the bedroom next, but we'll see. Looking pretty good though. And then let's head over here, and I've been doing a little bit of Thaumcraft research. Where'd my ring go? There it is. So I'll show off the discoveries I've gotten over here. Alrighty, what do I have here? What I did is I started with some of these forbidden artifacts and just learned a bunch of forbidden stuff, like 7 or 8 theories maybe, and then I tried doing some of the zombie brains again, and as you can see, I got a brain in the jar finally. Hooray! So I can start working on brain in the jars in here. And I also got a bunch of other forbidden recipes, because as I said, I was mostly working on forbidden to cut down the number of forbidden things I could learn, because I knew that the brain in the jar was a forbidden recipe as well. Alright, running into some inventory issues here. Let me dump some of this crap up here. I should have left it back in my sorting room, but I neglected to do that. It's alright. So here we go. What do I have? I got a brazier of souls, a brazier of souls. Oh, that's awesome. I've already looked at these, but I forgot what this one even was. Looks like it's some sort of flaming thing that glows. Draws V's and taint from the surrounding chunks to raise the level of the chunk in this square. Oh, that's interesting. Might have to play with that. Charm of the Dead, that was another new one that I didn't know about. Warps the minds of the undead creatures and then make them ignore you, and possibly even turn on their fellows. That's pretty cool. Make undead attack each other. Charm of Souls. It absorbs experience, so you can store your experience points. Pretty cool. Vampiric Enchantment. This is a new weapon enchantment that has a chance to drain some of the life energy of the foes and heal myself while in the process. Once I get an enchanter set up, that's pretty cool. I might play around with that. Harnessed Rage. We've seen this one. You can put it into chests. You know, the magical Thaumcraft chests that follow you around. And I'm probably going to have to make one of those. I think I had a request in my comments to make one, and I was considering making one anyway. But With teleport pipes and ender chests and stuff, they're not quite as useful, but they're really pretty awesome, so I'm definitely going to have to make one of those here sometime. Bow of Bone, this is another new item for me, crafted from the bones of undead. Fires faster than a normal bow, and occasionally, when you kill something, it comes back as a skeleton that'll fight for you, which is kind of cool. Collected Wisdom. Oh, this is for enchanters. Lets you impart more magical effects on a single item. Pretty cool. My Brain in the Jar. Yay. I hadn't actually learned that one yet because I left it in the Quasistum to show that I had actually learned it. Didn't, I don't know, NEI it in or something. I don't even know if you can NEI these things in. And the Wand of Bone, which I need for the Bow of Bone, so that's cool. Summons a skeletal archer that will shoot for me. And let's go upstairs here and put these discoveries. And I keep removing my ring for some reason. Why do I do that? Good doctor, please explain yourself. And throw them in here, because I don't need them right now anymore. I've got my Thaumcraft. I can turn these into V's. They're worth like 50, so why not? There we go. Sweet. Getting a pretty good supply here. Once I get a enhanced valve where I can separate the V's from the taint, I will definitely do that and then reorganize this room. For the time being, this will work fine. This works fine though. One thing I'm going to need for the next step is some more arcane seals. So let's go ahead and get those started. I'm going to need some gold and some redstone for those, I think. Let's just do like 4 maybe. I don't think I need that many, but I was looking for some earlier too, so maybe we'll do even 4 more. We'll just get a bunch of them ready. And I've still got some essences. Do I need to make any more of those? How many essences do I have in here? I've got magic, got a couple air, water, fire, dark. I don't have any earth. I think I'm going to need some earth, so let's just go ahead and make those. Let's make 1 more water and 1 more dark. Ooh, I really don't have very many dark. That's alright, I'll make it anyway. And then I'm going to need gold ingots for those, of course. Or gold nuggets, I mean. What else do I need for an essence? I don't remember. I think I could look it up with a new plugin, so let's do that. Nitor, right. Do I have any Nitor in here? Nope, so I'll need to make up some Nitor as well, unless I've got some in these chests. Nope. Got a bunch of crystals in the chest. That's cool. I forgot about, I moved all this stuff. I haven't been looking over here very much, obviously. So what do I need to make Nitor? I never remember which one's Nitor and which one's Elementum. Glowstone dust and redstone dust. So we'll make a bunch of that first. Glowstone dust. I know you're around here somewhere. There we go. And of course all that crap went into my bags. These bags are sometimes really cool and sometimes I forget about them and they're kind of annoying. But most of the time they're really cool, so I'll just go with that. Alrighty, so let's come up here and start making some Nitor. turn one of these into some nuggets. There we go. Oops. Alright, make our essences that we were a little short on. There we go. And then we'll make our runes, symbols, seals, that's what they are. I don't know why I can never remember what they're called. What is that? Network monitor? I have no idea what that's for. There we go, bunch of seals. Cool, so what I want to do with all this stuff now is I'm going to be making a little automatic chicken farm, and if you saw my last series, I'm going to do way more complicated than that. Not only am I going to be collecting eggs and throwing them to try to create little chickens, I'm also going to try to automatically kill the chickens and then scoop up the chicken meat and feathers and eggs and everything and put it all in a chest. So I'm going to make myself a full-on Chick-O-Matic. I haven't quite decided where I want to do it. It's using Thaumcraft, so I might put it over here by the tower. I thought maybe of putting it way down here under the tower. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put it down here or not. I kind of like the weird monster spawning stuff I get even during the day over here. It's kind of funny. Amuses me a bit. Always gives me something to kill when I feel like it. Let's see. I do have this weird cave here. Maybe I could put it in here. How big is this? Well, not all that big, but I don't need much room for this. Maybe I'll try putting it here. I'm also going to need some basic red power things. Timer, state cells, probably some deployers and transposers. So maybe we'll head back over to the house real quick here. Get to my requester system, and I think I'm going to cut the camera for just a second, get something to drink, and then we'll start playing around with creating what I need for this Chick-O-Matic thing. Stupid slimes, man, they're all over the place. Inside my house. Yeah, so I'm going to cut the camera a bit and then I'll be back and we'll start gathering all the items we're going to need and then get started on this Chick-O-Matic. Alright folks, I'm back. Trying to decide what I want to do. I think I'm going to end up going back down to my sorting room and I'll probably teach my automatic crafting tables some of the stuff that I'm making along the way, because for the most part I'm going to be using stuff that I use all the time. Deployers and transposers and timers and that sort of thing, and I don't think I've taught my crafting system any of that yet. We'll just double check here, but I don't think I have. Nope, doesn't look like it. So I think I'm going to teach it stuff while we're going. So first off, I'm going to need, some deployers and some transposers. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to lay this thing out yet, but I'll probably need 3 or 4 of each. Maybe 2. We'll just go with 3 of each. So deployer is a piston and a chest and some cobblestone and redstone, so that's easy enough. We'll request a couple pistons. Because transposer's a piston too, is it not? I never remember recipes. NEI is a godsend. Yeah, so a couple pistons. And cobblestone. Do I have any cobble on me? Wow, surprisingly, I might not. A little bit, but not enough. So let's request a bit of cobble. That'll do. A redstone. I'll just get a handful of that as well. What else was there? Some wood. And a chest. That's easy enough. Just get some wood planks. And I've got a wooden chest here. My system knows how to make those too, I'm pretty sure. I should double check that though, because I might eventually run out. Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll come over here and teach the deployer and the transposer. And my redstone probably went into my miner's bag. Naturally. There we go. Oh, nope, I'm close, kind of, maybe. Oh, this one doesn't require wood. This one's all cobble. There we go. And then the transposer. Cobble on top. There we are. And let's see, we're going to need a timer and probably a state cell, I think. I haven't taught you any of these this time, have I? Man, I definitely need to do that. Do I have any? These, yes. We'll go ahead and grab that one anode. And I'll probably need some more smooth stone. So we'll just take all that stuff. I'm definitely going to have to put a furnace down here and teach it how to make those wafers too, but we won't do those today. This Chickenator is going to be much more interested, or Chick-O-Matic. I think I want to call it a Chick-O-Matic. When I was coming up with the concept for this thing, I had actually originally wanted to do pigs, but apparently baby animals and adult animals have the same hitboxes. I was trying to figure out a way to sort baby animals from adult animals. And baby animals look really small, but they're the exact same height, mechanically as an adult animal is. So I couldn't get them to like pull through smaller places or anything like that. So I guess I'll end up having to use chickens instead. What did I come up here for? I came up here for the furnace. We'll just make up a few more wafers here, because I'll probably need them. Yeah, I was wanting to do this with pigs. And I was like, well, cows are even bigger, but I tested cows and the baby cows look pretty much the same as adult cows too. Mechanically, obviously they're tiny in appearance, but mechanically they seem to be the same size. If anyone can prove me wrong, by all means do it. I would love to be able to sort baby animals from adult animals somehow, just so I can do it, but I couldn't figure out how to. Anywhere I could get a baby animal to go through, the adult animals could also follow, and vice versa. So Alright, so I'm just going to continue, I think, teaching my automated system anodes and cathodes and all that stuff, and I've done a little bit of that already in this episode, or in this Let's Play series. I've shown you most of these things when I was building the sorter room, so I'll just come back when I'm finished teaching it the basics, and then we'll teach it, you know, the timer and the state cell and stuff that we haven't gotten to much yet. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm back. I'm just importing my new recipes into the crafting tubes, or crafting pipes. I've got my transposer and my deployer, and then I've got my basic red power logic gate stuffs over here. The stone wire, the anode, cathode, and pointer. And then I think we'll teach this top one timer, and we've already done a timer before. Excuse me, when we were working on the sorter. It's pretty simple. All it does is it sets out a pulse on a certain amount of time. You just tell it how much time to wait between pulses, and then it triggers a redstone pulse in that time period. So pretty straightforward. Let's see, I'm going to need some anodes and cathodes and stuff. So let's request those from our system now that we've got those in there. Oh, we don't have those in there yet because I didn't hook up this side to my tube system. So let's get a couple. Let's see, I'm going to need a basic crafting pipe because I'm going to be creating an intersection. And a couple stone pipes, I guess. Looks like I'm out of basic logistics pipes, but that's alright. And a couple stone pipes. We'll let it craft up some more. You can do it. There you go. So we'll throw this crafting pipe up here, even though it's not quite ready yet, just to complete the row there, or the column. And then put another logistics pipe here for the intersection. There we go. Now we should be able to get it. Anodes, cathodes, and whatnot. Yeah. Get some stone wires. We'll get, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. Some anodes. Don't usually need quite as many cathodes. And I think I'm only going to need 1 or 2 stone pointers. So we'll get all those made up. Should have bits and pieces floating around here. Oh, looks like I'm out of inventory space. Drop that for a second and throw these back into my... Oh, that'll work. Good enough for right now. Cool. So we'll put the timer up here. What is the timer again? Cathode, pointer, anodes on the bottom wires. Okay. Like this. There we go. There's a timer. I know I'm going to need a state cell of some sort because I'm going to be opening a door, and I want on the timer pulse, but a timer pulse isn't long enough to leave the door open, so I'm going to need a state cell to keep that door open for a little while. And that takes, ooh, a silicon chip. That's a new one. I forgot about the silicon chip, so we'll have to go get a red doped wafer too. Let's see, I should have a couple of those in here, I think. Oh, nope, I've got wafers though. Need 1 more of those at least, for the time being. And of course my inventory is still full. And throw these guys up there for the time being. There we are. Do I have any redstone on me? No. Jeez. I am not prepared for this at all. I thought I was, but I am not. 4 redstone. So I'll need 8. I've actually done just a little bit of testing. I haven't quite decided what I want my layout to be, as I said, but I've done a little bit of testing and I know it's going to work. It's pretty cool, but I thought I was more ready for this than I was. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, I'll be back once these 2 are finished. Cool, there we go, 2 red dope wafers. And we'll teach this thing down here how to make those. Awesome, silicon chips. And I will obviously need 1 to teach it state cells as well. So we'll come on up here, and this one is a state cell. It's got the chip in the middle, a cathode, a pointer on the side, chip in the middle, cathode, pointer. Ugh. This is why I don't like building these redstone logic gates. They've got so many different things. Anode on top, stone wires there. Hey, state cell, awesome. We'll probably need some NOT gates. NOT gates aren't quite as bad. We've got a cathode in the middle, anodes in a carrot, and then wafers in the corner. NOT gate, awesome. We might need something else, but I think that's a pretty good start. That'll get us going anyway. So let's throw these bad boys up here. I didn't teach that one, cool. And then import all these recipes, of course, because if not, it's kind of pointless. And I got everybody here. Can I get the top one? Probably not. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's throw all this stuff back in the bag and actually get started on this thing. Do I have a teleport pipe and a logistics pipe on me that I can make requests as I need it? Probably not. I should do that. Double check here. No. Okay. So I'm going to take a teleport pipe and a logistics pipe with me so I can make requests wherever I am. A teleport pipe and a single regular logistics pipe. There we go. Cool. And then we'll head back over to that nice little cave and figure out how we want to lay that thing out. Get my ring back on here so I can go flying over. Cool. So let me take just a second here to figure out what I want this thing to look like exactly, and I'll be back in a second and we'll start working away on it. Alrighty, so I think I've got this room figured out here, how I want the layout to be. This is going to be basically the entrance here. I'll turn this into glass so you can see in here, and here's where the chickens will be, and I'll have some deployers over here up against this wall chucking eggs out, making little baby chickens. And I'll have a arcane seal over here pushing all the chickens down this direction, and there will be a door here that is triggered by a timer, and every once in a while opens up for a second or two and lets a few chickens into here, and this room here will be a kill room where I'll have another seal or maybe something else eventually, but initially a seal and just killing the chickens off. So I'm going to have a transposer down on the floor here, scooping up the remains of the chickens. And I'll have some transposers over here, scooping up eggs to refill the deployers that are over here. Since this is where chickens are going to be, maybe I will turn this into grass. You know, want to keep the chickens happy up until the point that I kill them. They'll be happier on grass than they will be on stone. That room's fine there, it can be stone. If I leave it black grass, it'll, you know, get bloody and stuff when I kill them. That's no good. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get some of those deployers and transposers started. It looks like I'm going to need 1 transposer, 2, probably 3 transposers. So let's grab those. Transposers in here somewhere, probably. Oh, we'll just, there we go. Transposer. And 3 deployers is probably fine too. I've just got this one set up temporarily. It's on the tower frequency, but that's fine. Good enough for right now. I'm going to want 2 timers, I think. 1 for the transposers and deployers that are picking up stuff and chucking eggs. And then 1 for actually the kill system. So we'll get 2 timers out. As I said before in my testing, I determined I'm going to need a state cell for sure. And I think I'm going to need a couple NOT gates. Excuse me, sorry. So we'll get those NOT gates out as well. I'm going to need some pneumatic tubes and some redstone wire. I think I already requested some of that, maybe? Did I? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So let's get some pneumatic tubes out of here. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to need more than that. Have I taught my system pneumatic tubes yet? Oh, looks like I have. Sweet. Let's get like 24 might do. And then I'll need some redstone because I'm going to need to turn some of those into redstone tubes. I don't know how many. We'll just do all of them, potentially. I will definitely need some jacketed wire, so let's grab that. Anything else? Oh, actual red alloy wire. Probably need more of it too than whatever I have left in here. Yeah, 13. That's, well, that might be enough, but we'll make sure. And I'm not using anything, as far as I can think of, that actually needs blue-tricity, because it's just transposers and deployers, so I should be good there. That looks like a pretty good start. Let's get my redstone out, so I can turn some of these tubes into red alloy. Then I should be good to go. Let's just do half of them for right now. There we go. Alrighty, so the transposers are easy. We'll start with those. We'll put them right here. And that'll scoop up that area, and then right here. And this will be unavailable to scoop up, but that's okay because I'm going to have something pushing down there, so that'll be good. Yeah. So we'll get the transposers in. And then definitely one right here as well. Transposers. Gonna need 2 seals. One of them will end up going... I want to be able to see it, so we'll put it right there. And then this one will go right here. All this one's going to be doing is pushing things, so it's going to be air. Just pushing stuff out, so we can... No, let's not actually activate that yet. And then this one's going to be the kill one, and I think I'm going to use... maybe like air, fire, earth, which kills animals only with lightning. that'll probably work. And I don't need to activate that one quite yet either. So now let's take a look at our deployers. They're going to be in this wall over here. Do I just want them all lined up in a row? That's probably easiest. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and put 3 deployers right here. That'll work. And then they're shooting over here into stone, which is good. I have noticed that if you shoot eggs into glass, every once in a while, the baby chicks will pop in the glass and then be able to walk through it, so we don't want to lose any chicks, so that's good. I will need a door. Let's go ahead and grab a door. Do I have any already made up? I think I probably might. Yeah, there we go. Grab an iron door. Do I have any glass on me? Because I'll want some of that. I think I do. Oh yeah, plenty of glass. Cool. Let's put the door this way, I think. Yeah, I want it like that. That way the chickens can come on up and get pushed into this space and kind of be stuck here by the seal. And then when the door opens, they'll just be pushed straight through. Yeah, that sounds perfect. And I guess since that space is on this side of the door, we'll go ahead and turn that into grass. Why not? Be a little consistent here. Well, that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll fill in this area. There we go. And I ended up grabbing my hidden door and putting it right here, I think, or right here, right there. It was hidden, I couldn't see it. So I'll dig behind this, and that's what I'll do to get to the wiring behind. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Alright, so now I'm flush with the arcane seal, so we'll come back here and get behind it. I'll just carve out the one right next to it here so I can see in there for the moment. Fill that back in later, obviously. Come on, let me out. Stupid boots. They let you super jump sometimes, but never when you actually want it. Thank you. Alright, so this is where the seal's going to be. Or is, I guess, rather, because it's already there. So that's the arcane seal. That's the other thing. This is the wall, so we'll go one more to get behind the wall. And if we go this direction, we should hit our deployers. Let's put up a torch here for the time being, just so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. Go this way, we should hit our deployers. Yep, there we go. And then we'll come back here a little further. Torch here for y'all. Maybe we will cut out here where the door is. This one's the door. There we go. Sorry, this isn't probably terribly interesting watching me dig, but I'm just trying to figure out where everything is here. So this is the door, so then the transposer is going to be down here. Probably need to go one more. There we go. There's the transposer. Sweet. Alright. Anything else we need to know? Well, we're going to need to be able to activate that door. So let's come down here under this. Transposer's there. So that's where the door is. The door is going to be right there. Cool. Alright, so let's get our logic gate set up, I guess, first. Let's make myself just a bit more room to work with here. Just so I can stand back and take a look at what the hell I'm doing. We'll get rid of you two. There we go. Alright. The seal is right here. We don't want this seal blowing all the time because that'll create taint. We only want it blowing when we actually need it blowing. So we're going to need to have a cable set up here telling it to stop blowing. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a timer. Maybe I'll put a timer up here. And let's get my screwdriver out because I'll definitely need that business. Go ahead and turn you this way. So what this timer is going to be doing is this one is going to be the kill timer. So what it's going to need to do is release the seal so it starts pushing chickens towards the door and open the door. Alrighty, so opening the door is easy enough. Releasing the seal is easy enough. Both of those are going to have to be done in such a way that it happens for a little while, so we are going to need that state cell up here. Let's turn this up to like 10 seconds for right now. So I'm going to hook up the state cell to this timer up here. Did I ever get my state cell? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Here, state cell. State cell request. Oh, missing a stone. Okay. I'll be right back. I don't have a good way to automate that stone stuff yet, so we'll have to do that later. But I'll be right back once I've thrown a couple stone back into the system. Alright, so I had some stone in my green bag, so I just threw it in my ender pouch, and it should be back sorted now. I waited a few seconds, so we'll try this again. State cell. Timer. State cell request, thank you. And a couple NOT gates, because I didn't see those on me either. Missing some stone wafers, that's alright. We'll see what we can do without them. I don't know if we can or not. No, we definitely can't. Alright, so I'll head back to the house and create some NOT gates in my furnace in my kitchen and run them down the pipe and be back in a sec. Alright, I threw 16 stone wafers into the system. Let's come back here and get those NOT gates. Any guesses what I'm going to be working on next episode? Getting some of this other stuff automated, some of this stone and wafers and that sort of thing. Cool, so let's give this a try. Now, 2 NOT gates, I think. That should probably do it. There they are, NOT gates. There we go, 2 NOT gates. Okay, so I've got my timer running. And then let's hook the state cell up to it. that is not pointing in the right direction. That might be. Let's see here. Nope. That probably is. Nope. State cells are a little weird as far as how they're created. Let's try that. There we go. That looks good. Alright, that's what I wanted to see. So, as you can see, is how the state cell works is timers just go around and click based on the time you set, right? So if you put 10 seconds into the timer, it's just going to go delay 10 seconds and then pulse every 10 seconds. What a state cell does for this timer interval, when it gets a redstone pulse, it will switch the redstone signal on for the amount of time in the timer signal. So in this case, every 10 seconds, the timer's going to go off, trigger the state cell, and then the state cell will leave a signal on for 2 seconds. Pretty cool. So 10, boom, 1, 2, off. Awesome. So what I'm going to want to do then is probably, since this is the kill one, and I need it on for this signal, I'm going to have to invert that signal with a NOT gate, because Thaumcraft runes don't activate as long as they have a redstone signal. So right now, if I had this Thaumcraft signal set up, it would not be activated. So let's go ahead and request a couple air essences and test that out. Let's get 2 of them. Do I have room for them? I do. Okay. We'll hook up 1 there right now. And what air does is it just pushes objects and creatures. So if we were to throw like cobblestone on the floor here, oh, but not onto the transposer, as long as it's getting a redstone signal, it's not going to be activated. The state cell should turn on, and all of a sudden it's activated and it's starting to push this, but only for 2 seconds. So if we add another air, that will make it push harder. So I just want to see it actually push. There it goes. Okay, cool. It actually did push the object a bit. It doesn't need to be much, I just need it to push a little bit. So that part is working. And then for the rest of the kill, what we need is to go down and open that door. So that's pretty easy. Yeah, and we'll just have to avoid those transposers. We'll drop down. We'll just go down like right here. Looks like we need to go down 1 more. Cool. Basically get to the end of where the dirt is, because we'll know that's where the door starts, or the door is. Give you guys a little light here, sorry. There we go. There's the door. If we were to destroy this one, we've got the transposers. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll just run a red alloy wire down here and get to this door square and activate it. That'll work. Give me some red alloy wire. Fly up out of this hole. There we go. And I think that should do it. If the door's right on top of that, yeah, I think that should do it. But we don't want this part on, actually, so we're going to have to re-invert this again. Because right now the door's probably open? Nope. I thought the door would be open right now. Now the door will be open. No. Now the door will be open. There we go. Okay, so the door is open right now. Yes. And we actually want the door closed at the moment because the symbol is on. So we're going to put one more NOT gate right here, just to invert that signal again. Alright, here comes the signal change. On, off. This one is backwards. There we go. Here comes the signal change. State cell goes on. What? State cell goes on. Okay, this thing is not set up right still. It needs to be like this. I'm pretty sure this is how the state cell needs to go. Maybe this one, maybe we should turn it like this. There we go, let's give that a try. Alright, give me a second to figure out how this stupid state cell should be placed, because it's not triggering the way I want it to. So give me just a second. Alright, I figured out my state cell problem. Apparently you just can't connect the timer directly to the state cell. Or maybe you can if I moved it up here. Whoa! How the heck did you spawn back there? Huh. Well, he spawned somewhere. Sorry about that. Freaked me out a bit. Good thing it wasn't a creeper. So right now the timer's going around every 10 seconds like before. When it gets up to this top, it turns this on, triggers the state cell. The state cell activates for 2 seconds, and both of these connections then invert. So this one turns off, which activates the rune, and this one turns on, which opens the door. Perfect. And this is all working down here. If I chuck some cubes down here, you can see it pushing. And the door is opening. We'll watch that too. At the same time that stuff is getting pushed. Awesome. I am getting a little interference from my red alloy cable down here with these deployers, so I'll have to rig up something a little bit different here. Maybe I can use some insulated cables instead of this. It's actually not a big deal though. I don't mind these deployers going off. Maybe I'll just leave it and we'll just move on with the next part of it. So the kill part is working. which is nice. Obviously, I don't have this guy set up yet. Let's go ahead and create him. I was going to use air, fire, earth. Yeah, so let's just do that. I don't need water, and I don't need dark. I only need one earth, so we'll just get rid of those because I'm starting to run out of space. We'll get rid of those for the time being too, and then we'll request an air and a fire. Air, last one. I'll have to make some more, and fire. Cool. So this is going to be air, fire, earth. Cool. And what that'll do is it will kill animals only. It won't kill me, and it won't kill hostile creatures, just animals, with blasts of lightning. And it's important that I don't do hostiles just in case some sort of creeper gets in here or something. I don't want it accidentally blowing my shit up. So now the kill part, like I said, is totally working. So let's do the sucking up of eggs and other parts and deploying them. So we'll use another timer for that. Maybe I'll just put that other timer right here. That's as good a spot as any, I guess. Or maybe back here. Because what I'm going to need to trigger is these guys. And these guys. And that's it, really. That's not too bad. Oh, and this one. So maybe I'll just put it down here somewhere. Get my shovel out and dig my way out of here a little bit more. Figure out where I am. So just give me a second and I'll figure out where exactly I want to put this timer, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've been taking a look at this, and I think the easiest way to figure out exactly where we're going to want to put our timer is to place our pneumatic tubes first. For the time being, I just put a chest right here, and that'll be where anything that is created by this system ends up. Ultimately, it'll probably be an ender chest or, I don't know, something else. But it's as good a thing as any right now. We'll want some redstone tubes, so we'll get these guys out. Redstone, redstone. There we go. There we go. And then we'll just come straight off here, I guess. Looks like we need a few more redstone, which I figured we probably would. So let's make a few more here. I'll probably need more than that too, but that's alright. Oh, nope, perfect. And then we'll get our regular tubes, and these will just come down here into the chest. Alright, so right now what happens is anything that's picked up by any of these deployers will come down through the redstone tubes, come down through the redstone tube, come down through the redstone tube, in over here, try to go in, or through the transposers, sorry, not deployers. Try to go into the deployers. If the deployers are full, then it'll come down and go into the chest. Perfect. Since this is all redstone, the timer could probably just go right here. So let's put the timer there. Or I could even put the timer over here. That'll work. Turn that bad boy around. Put a piece of red alloy wire here. And get out a marble jacketed. And there we go. Now those should all be activated. Awesome. So the only thing left here is to get eggs and stuff into those deployers. And then obviously get some chickens. I don't have a whole lot of eggs at the moment, but I can start loading them up. Actually, This timer does not need to be set to 2 seconds. We'll turn it down to like 10 for right now and 2. This one I'm going to set to much higher than 10 now that we know that it's working. Set it to like a minute. Turn this down to like 1 second, so the door is only going to be open for 1 second, so only a few chickens get through and get killed at a time. This one probably doesn't even need to be 10 seconds. Let's make it like 15 seconds. There we go. So what's going to happen is every 15 seconds, the deployers, or the transposers, will try to pick up anything that's on the ground, eggs down here, or chicken bits down here. They're going to be pumped out of these redstone tubes, pass through these deployers. I'll have these deployers set up with some eggs, like so. Let's go ahead and get what I do have, which I think was only like 15 or something. Let's get a bunch of sticks too, because I'm going to need to block off some of the excess. And eggs. Where's eggs? Am I missing them? I'm just not seeing them? Probably so. I'm so bad at... Oops. That's not what I meant. That's okay. Eggs. Here, eggs. Come here. Where are you? There you are. 12 eggs, yeah. Cool. Well, before we put the eggs in, let's go ahead and block this area off with glass so the chickens can't get out. There we go. So now we can see in, watch what's going on down there. And let's put some eggs over here into the deployers now. I've got 12. Ugh. Well, we'll put 4 in each, get some sticks. What happened to all my sticks? Did they get picked up by a forester's bag? Oh no, they're there. The reason I'm putting sticks into the deployers is I don't want to have 9 stacks of eggs floating around in these deployers. 2 stacks of eggs at one time in them should be more than enough. And if you right-click a stick, nothing happens. So it's a nice safe thing to put into the deployer. So then we'll just go like this. Sounds like the deployers are already throwing stuff. That's awesome. Come up here and watch it. Oh, looks like I got a little lucky. Got a couple chickens. Awesome. Might want to make a little raised viewing area, I guess, where I can actually see down in there. So I might have to retool this area just a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Creeper checking me out. Cool, so these chickens will grow up and start laying some eggs, and when they do, then we'll come back and get those transposers set up. I'll actually wander around and see if I can't get myself some other eggs. But this system looks like it's going to work fine. Once they grow up, they'll get pushed down into here, and this thing will kill them. We haven't tested that yet, but when we get a few more chickens, we'll come back here and take a look. I've run a bit long this time, partially just because I'm inept. Apologies for that. I thought I was better prepared than I was, but hopefully you enjoyed this episode. It's kind of a crazy little device. Should be pretty neat, and should end up supplying me with chicken legs that I can use to go out and raise my dinosaurs with, which was the whole point. So I'll go around and look for some more chicken eggs, and Next episode we'll play around with this a bit more and then move on back down to the sorter room probably and start auto-crafting some things down there that I was running into this time that I needed, using furnaces and compressors and other different things. And then the following episode we'll probably start working on a little bit of dinosaur stuff. Hopefully we'll have some chicken meat that I can start raising or turning dinosaur eggs. So hopefully you enjoyed it and you'll come back next episode. In the meantime, have fun and keep mooing.